Just yesterday, thousands of protesters at multiple sites, including the capital of Brazil, were marching in the streets, declaring no amnesty for those who tried to overthrow the government. For our initial reaction to the Brazilian insurrection, I don't know if we have a fancy name that we're calling it. We did cover it yesterday. You can watch Francesca's content on that on the channel. But for now, protesters were interviewed saying things like these people need to be punished. The people who ordered it need to be punished. Those who gave money for it need to be punished. They don't represent Brazil. We represent Brazil. And by the way, Lula da Silva said that they are going to be prosecuting those who did it. Also, threw some accusations around to other people who might have been sort of standing by as it went on, including potentially members of the military, saying people were openly calling for a coup outside the barracks and nothing was done. No general lifted a finger to tell them they could not do that. I don't have enough information to know who in the military might have been involved or where we go from here on that part of it. But we do know that Brazilian police have said that they have already detained an estimated 1,500 people. And it's looking like at least hundreds of them are going to be charged. We'll have to see. We've got other updates as well, but Yaz, I know you like to keep abreast of international news. What did you make of that incident as it was unfolding?
It's embarrassing for these rioters to have first attempted to replicate a failed coup, but it's embarrassing for us that Brazil's response to it was so much better than ours. They've already detained 1,500 people, and they called out the predecessor for his role in inciting the violence in no uncertain terms. And then on top of that, the footage that we just saw was people protesting because they want something done about it. What an amazing display of what's going on down there and the action of the people. And it's what the protester was saying. These people, these insurrectionists, the rioters, they don't represent the government, they don't represent the people. Lula da Silva was democratically elected to be the president. Jair Bolsonaro, he was rightfully ousted from the position. He's in Florida right now, in a hospital in Florida, no less. But everything that's happening is silly. And it's interesting when you look at this from a global perspective, when you look at the impacts of propaganda on people, especially in terms of predictability, right? The same lies that triggered an insurrection in our capital 2 years ago triggered this one in Brazil. The same doubt, the same discord, the same conspiracies, the same rhetoric, right? Not only that, but these tactics have been used on populations throughout history, right?
Yeah.
So why is it so hard first to recognize these tactics when they're being used and then to call them out? I feel like people like you and I maybe, we would get attacked for being hyperbolic whenever we would say this is what's happening, this is propaganda, we've seen this before, especially when we're presenting supporting evidence, right? Historical evidence. People seem to like being ignorant because it's comfortable, so they would kind of reject those accusations. But these insurrectionists, they don't even look comfortable. They're angry and they feel like they're the ones who are being subjected to injustices, but the injustices are overblown. And their feelings of helplessness are being exploited by politicians and people like Steve Bannon. And I think we're gonna talk about that now.
Yeah, briefly. And yeah, like I'm sure, I don't know exactly how the issues that they have compare to those who try to do the insurrection here, but there's real things that they have been abused by the system. Some have been left behind, and then that is exploited by the exact people who are doing that along the way. These are people who are being trained to be opposed fundamentally to democracy, the idea that people should choose their leaders. They're being convinced that that is a luxury of a previous time. No, now we need the strong fascist leader. And it doesn't matter if they win elections. It might be preferable, but they certainly shouldn't do anything to win elections. One would think you could save a lot of trouble in these far right parties by trying at least a little bit to be likable, popular, support things that the population actually likes. Then you wouldn't have to do all of these coups. Wouldn't that be something? And so, no, we should be worried about this. This is a movement. Donald Trump has talked favorably about Bolsonaro. The right is defending him right now, as we're gonna turn to in just a second. And these are just two countries. There are other countries that they feel ideologically affiliated with where the war against democracy is continuing. And I don't know how many coups we need before people accept that. But that said, as you said, Bolsonaro's in a hospital for abdominal pain or whatever. I cannot be clear enough about how little I care about that. Weirdly enough, he just doesn't have anything to say about the coup. I guess he's busy with the abdominal stuff. I guess he just can't opine. He fled the country in advance of this, and he definitely didn't know about it beforehand, and now he has nothing to say about it.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.